It is a terrible day for gaming enthusiasts, and even if you don't play these kind of games, what I am about to tell you may surprise you. And if you're American and wondering where your tax dollars are going, well, they might just be going to censoring gaming across the world. And that is right. A Norwegian man got arrested for playing the visual novel Dore to no Sakasetsu, which is some Japanese fucking game. But whether you play these kind of games or not, this actually affects you in a big way. And the person is facing up to 3 years in prison for a freaking video game. The report of the game being downloaded was made by an American organization, NCMEC, whatever the hell that is. And that's right, your tax dollars are going to pay for censorship of gaming across the world for things that are not even illegal inside the United States. Now, before we get into this, make sure you like the video so that YouTube counts your view as a view, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. So let's get into it, boys. Of course, we got to cover Chibi Reviews' response to this, and it is simply, what the F? Imagine being arrested over a Japanese video game. Seriously, the attack on fictional content in 2025 is alarming, and yes, it absolutely is. By the way, if you think that pixels equal real life, then you suffer from some kind of psychosis that actually needs to be diagnosed, and you deserve to be in an asylum, okay? An actual mental asylum. Now, we will be covering the actual news story of this thing, but before that, I want to gauge some of the people's reactions, because finding out that an American organization funded by my tax dollars is going to censor video games in Norway actually blows my fucking mind. But Savier saying, what little we know after trying to translate to Norwegian, this is her report, court claimed that he would have just gotten a fine, but because he distributed images of the game, he got 60 days. Keep in mind, this is over fiction. That means that there is no harm, no foul. Nobody is a victim of this in the slightest. Now, NCMEC is another overreaching group of freaks who try to present as doing a good thing, but get government money to essentially send bully emails all day. Hilarious. Obviously, they know this game is a nothing burger. 60 days, really. If the material is as bad as they claim, they think 60 days will do anything. Reason why it is 60 is they know that this is pathetic. Now, this is freaking ridiculous. It's insane. This person says, if you are American, start wondering why your tax dollars are being used to prosecute people for anime shit in foreign countries. Now, this is what I think. I think that the USA has been infiltrated by different NGOs that randomly use this money as like some sort of freaking money scheme to profit and also promote their ideology. By the way, this is ran by people that deserve to be in insane asylums. They literally think that pixels equals real life. That if they watch an anime and there is a, what appears to be a child in there, that they can actually prosecute you for watching that anime. Case in point, Texas's SB 420 bill that actually could ban anime in Texas, which is a crazy thing to think about. And you wonder why Japan is focusing on not letting Western organizations and Western businesses from censoring their culture and their anime. You wonder why that's happening? Well, it's because Western organizations are actually trying to censor anime and gaming in Japan. But NCEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, what the fuck? You're telling me this organization, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, is literally reporting a Norway man for a fucking visual novel video game in Norway? That is fucking insane. But it says it's an NGO that gets millions from the American government. What the fuck? This is crazy. This is my mind is actually blown. That is actually ridiculous. But we're gonna hit the source here and read it for ourselves of what's actually going on. Norwegian man arrested for playing Dore to no Sakasetsu, whatever the fuck that is. In 2015, the developer Freakily Charming released what is now considered a classic in the world of adult visual novels. The story is about you becoming the guardian of a young enslaved girl who had been abused by her previous owner. Wow, they all start this way. This is an adult game, by the way. This is an adult game that is legal in the United States. And an actual government organization that is literally supposed to protect and find missing and exploited children reported a Norwegian man simply for playing this game. It says in the game, you take care of the girl, giving her food, clothing, and gradually communicating with her as she is deeply traumatized by her past. Over time, she grows attached to you and you to her. It actually sounds kind of sweet. A news story recently surfaced in Norway reporting that a 24-year-old man was arrested for playing the game. Police investigators Frederick Martin told the court that the game contains animations depicting sexual abuse. And of course, as with many similar cases where authorities encounter such material, the game was discovered after the U.S. organization National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent reports of possible online crimes. Holy hell. There is no way my tax dollars are actually going to report some fucking old gooner in Norway that's not even, committing any actual crime, but just some dude that exists in Norway that's some fucking gooner. My tax dollars are actually going to report him for playing a fucking video game. These people are out of their minds. They actually deserve to be in insane asylums. But the 24-year-old subject, it was a 24-year-old, are you kidding me? Was charged with the possession of the game as well as other illegal files. I'm assuming are also video games. According to the prosecution, the game displays explicit scenes of abuse. Investigator Eric Hanna Hagen described the game in court as vulgar, in which the player must take care of a girl, but the content later develops into sexualized situations. So they develop a literal, mature, romantic relationship whenever literally this is an adult game. This is crazy. By the way, does it even say if this is an actual kid or not in the video game? Or is this literally just something that they say looks like one again? But again, this is actually crazy. I just thought y'all should know that your American tax dollars are going to fund people, gooners, literally getting in trouble in other countries for playing video games online. That is actually crazy. And just to prove how bad it's getting, EU is to set up a new intelligence unit under Ursula, a more strict intelligence unit. They're going to use your tax dollars again, at least in the EU, to fund an even stricter intelligence unit to put you in jail for more tweets, more video games, and more visual novels, and even anime. Hilarious not. This is getting very bad. I actually think that this is getting extremely dangerous. Our privacy is not an acceptable sacrifice to protect kids. Thank you, because it's not actually about protecting kids. Do you think NCMEC is actually, for the American NGO, is actually protecting children by reporting a 24-year-old Norwegian man for playing some explicit visual novel? Do you think that that is actually protecting anyone? No, it's not. It's not doing anything. It is just putting a 24-year-old in jail, and a U.S. tax-funded organization is literally doing it. It's not protecting anything. They don't care about protecting kids. They're using it as a guise to get you to sacrifice your anonymity on the internet so that they can control you even more. We are moving into an age of dystopian authoritarianism in a way that we have never seen before, and we literally, at this point, there's nothing we can do but sit and wait it out until society itself collapses, until enough people get tired of it that they literally just, society erupts and erodes, and we have to build up something new, because the people in charge are absolute buffoons. They are beyond ridiculous. They should not be in charge of anything to do with internet, anime, or gaming, because they don't understand it. They consider all of this to have like real actual consequences, when in reality, it never does. It is proven to never does. They are beyond insane. They have lied to themselves, and they now believe the lie, so they are now considered insane, at least to me. And just a reminder, this was a legal, publicly downloaded game. This is a legal game in the United States that anyone can play that is above the age of 18. This is a legal, publicly downloaded game that your tax dollars just went to report another man for playing. They are literally subverting the system to oppress people outside of the United States because they can't do it inside the United States. They have lost their minds. They have lost the plot. These NGOs need to be taken apart immediately because they have been infested with an ideology that is not based on reality, okay? I know you may not play those kind of games, and I don't play those kind of games, but the Bible thumpers and the crazy woke ideology people that attack those games, well, they are going to come for your game next, buddy. You think you playing Battlefield 6 with your buddies is actually going to be okay in the future? Nah, they're going to consider it too violent. They're going to consider it mutilation. They're going to come after you and put you in jail for distributing your pictures of you shooting somebody in Battlefield 6, okay? And you don't know how bad it can get, because it can get pretty bad. If you allow them to attack this, they will attack anything. But it gets even worse with Europe's AI surveillance race against the rules that protect privacy. They want to up AI surveillance in a way that we have never seen before. And they want to do it fast enough to actually subvert the rules that protect your privacy so that they can get the information before they're even stopped. And it's even getting worse than that. And there's a lot more going on that you and I don't even know about. So make sure you like this video and actually share it so others can see it. While you and I may not play those games, understand that it will affect us in the future if this is continued to be allowed. If we continue them to if we continue to allow them to pretend that pixels actually equal real life, that pixels actually equal, some kind of victim. Nah, bro, not in my world, not in yours. It doesn't exist in reality. And before you know it, they will come for your game and what you enjoy. And that's going to be it for me. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. I'm going to go with plastic. I think it's plastic as fuck. It's plastic through and through. They are basically mannequins. These people are literal robotic plastic freaks, okay? We literally have to launch an EMP and turn off all technology and do a full fucking reset at this point, because you cannot trust the people in charge to actually make a law that does not suppress you even further. This is beyond ridiculous, beyond insane. And in no way, shape, or form should my tax dollars be going to fund to oppress some Norwegian gooner in fucking Norway. That should never be the case, because my country should not be dictating, and my tax dollars should not be going to dictate and police the rest of the world for what we consider at least legal here. This is insane. It's beyond insane. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this and whether or not you think it's okay. That's going to be it for me, boys. GG's. Peace.